Hello and welcome into Sorare with Laird. I'm Andrew Laird. You can find me as Lairdino on Sorare. Joined for a second day in a row, Harry Trades, and I've got my biggest challenge yet on Sorare. Harry, how's it going?
It's going well. I feel like you had some sort of coordinated effort to, maybe entice me to play this league that shall not be named with Sorare directly. I think because no one saw the K League duos come in, right? We saw J League. Was it yesterday announced or maybe a couple of days ago? I don't know.
It was
Monday.
recent.
Yeah, it was pretty recent one there. So yeah, the fact that they brought out the K League one the day that we were doing our second stream in a row, it feels a bit suspicious. I don't know. Conspiracy theorists, come on. Give me your best
I
shot.
I had no knowledge of any of it that was coming, but they do it for everything, so I'm not like surprised that they had one.
Fine, yeah. But then,
Mike said I'm wearing a very bright color today. It's my USA soccer,
oh, okay,
but
nice.
it does look very bright. You're right. I mean, it's pretty bright. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. So yesterday's stream ended early-ish because I had to go. Um, sorry, I'm going to try to change my mic settings again and see if this changes anything. Yeah, there it goes, back down. Anyway, we were talking about the problems with the K League, ironically,
Yeah,
since oh my gosh, Dobsy said it's the color of his K League scores. That's just accurately mean.
it's K League Red.
K-
He's invented a new color.
yeah. Um, anyway, so I was talking about the biggest problem with the K League scores, and it's basically because they're just not counted the same. And
Mm,
like that's so rare can fix that on their own, but they refuse to. But the biggest example that comes is that if you win a tackle in Opta, it counts as a dual one. And in B Pro, who is the K League one, they don't count it. And
right.
so if you're playing in All Star against other like players in other leagues that are counted as Opta, like if they get a tackle, it's worth more.
Yeah.
And I always had that problem, or I always said that was a problem. And then when they did K League only, I was like, it's okay now because everyone's like scored the same. Like everybody in the K League competitions are done as B Pro, so it's all the same. It doesn't matter. Harry, it matters.
Of course, it matters. If the score required is the same in the other leagues, and they're having Opta tackles, given, and there's B Pro tackles given in the K League comp, despite not having to worry about any other leagues. Well, that shouldn't be fair. Are you either, like you said, convert it into Opta scores somehow, like you said, Sorare wise, or change the scores required?
I, I think they have to. I think they have to. Mike is trying to throw some shade here, and it says the biggest problem is that you aren't getting them, meaning the scores. Winners are doing fine by the looks of it. 471 today. Didn't it seem like a reasonable score?
Ooh,
Um,
okay.
so my high score today was 318. I had three lineups because, of course, they have midweek. Let me see. Can I even pull up? I don't even know if I can pull up the current scores. Let's see. I play rare, so I'm going to go to rare. Can I? I don't want to. I can't
Go
imagine I can put
liner.
in. Oh, I did
Yeah,
put a
yeah.
lineup in. 246 I scored. So 469 was the first place on the leaderboard. Um, but like 15th was 389.
And how many are
380.
playing?
So
100 and
somewhere
something.
in the 20 range, those are all the people that would have hit the first streak on the leaderboard.
Yeah. And how many are playing? I can't tell. 190 something? 180?
Um,
It says next to your actual
oh, yeah,
lineup.
hold on.
I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
can't see the number.
Yeah, 196.
Okay. So less than 10% are hitting the first streak, is that right?
Daniel said, think there was a grand total of 60 people hitting 400 points across both streaks and leaderboards.
Mm, I mean,
Can
yeah,
I
it's
see
obviously
the
not high.
pro? Where's the pro leaderboard? Can I even see the leaderboard this way? I swear there's an easy way to do this, but they just won't show us. This is
They make it
leaderboard.
so hard.
There. Hold on. I have another way in.
Nice.
Maybe. There we are. Okay. K-League Rare leaderboard. So what did we say? So this is the top 20. 20th place is 404.
Yeah.
Let's see how many. 352 lineups came in. Plus another, what was it, 200 there? So 550 lineups.
So
and
10%.
60 hit the first streak level.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to tell me to like admit that that's high, but it's showing as possible ish.
As a vague comparison, Jupiler, which isn't always a high scoring league, had 500 people hit 400 points.
Really?
Of course, that's higher
Wow.
XP. So yeah, I get it.
Okay, that is nuts. Yeah, I was going to say like I don't have another number to compare it with, but I appreciate that, Daniel. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that is nuts if you want to look at it that way. Yeah, that is actually crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then they have more XP. I'm not going to say it changes too much, but like, we're very well into the Jupiler League now. And that's not me disregarding the fact that only 60 people hit the K League, but there's other things at play, but not much. Yeah, that is still incredible.
Ade said, I hit the first streak level in K League. I was on the second streak though and didn't hit that.
Okay.
The biggest.
Go on.
So I was looking at the prizes because I was like, what did I get myself into? Because I was like, if I'm just going to hit the third streak a couple times, like that's what I'll have to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not like, I can't, I got to do more than just the third streak a couple times. So I was going to do a video for the channel talking about my K-League experience. And I literally was going to call it like my biggest So Rare challenge ever. And then I decided to do a show trying to convince you to play to play K-League. And Mike said, you're trying to convince him this isn't the way to do it by dissing the K-League. I don't think...
Tell me how cheap it is, Laird. That's the angle you need to come on,
So I would even make the argument that it's way cheaper than MLS. It ain't cheap.
But it ain't cheap. So, I mean, we went through the prices yesterday, didn't we? As far as like the most expensive K League compared to like the top 40 MLS is the ratio, isn't it? Or whatever. Like, who are the classic smashers, Laird? You need to show me the classic smashers, if there is any.
So this is where... I'll show you exactly how depressing it is. Let me just pull up the little score chart. So Mike shared this. I wonder if I want to cover up those are internationals. All right. He's like, we have a new Cecina. And it's this guy whose last four scores are 68, 63, 73, and 73.
That's the best the K League offers right now as far as forwards go?
I guess.
Wow.
He's not the best. He's the most he's the only one who has scored, who has a decisive in every game, and he's capped out at 73.
Yeah, it's not, I mean, it's just a classic number 9 score, really, isn't it? Yeah. Like, is there any like midfielders, Laird, that can get me to like 85? That's kind of where that's my baseline,
So like this guy is pretty consistent, but he's in this. There's nobody in the 80s consistently, and the 80s consistently is a lot.
Yeah, for sure. Like, yeah, fine.
But there are 0 in the 70s consistently.
Because that I do have one K League player, it's that defender, that Kim Rung Sung, or whatever his name
Yep.
is.
So the
That's
defenders
super.
aren't bad.
He's been terrible.
He has been terrible.
Yeah.
In fact, you'll see him in my lineup. Let me just confirm that. Let's see. Where did I? Wow, they put it under All-Star. Where is he? Here he is. Now they played Ulsan today, so like that was a tough matchup.
Fine.
Seojin Su is in form. Maybe let's see. Let's see a guy I don't have. This is the guy who's in form. Oh, there you go. All right. Now this hat trick is last season.
8 AA. Nice.
But 70, 81, 51, 71.
I mean, that works. And was he a mid?
He is a forward.
Okay. But it says he has other positions led as well on his.
Yeah. He's a forward now. Last sale was $45 2 hours ago. So we're a contender.
Okay. So he's like the K League Messi, basically.
So yeah, Mateus Oliveira has been really good, and then got benched today.
Nice.
I think. Yeah, he came off the bench. So he was 68, 86, and then 35, 34.
I feel like that is one of the things that happens in the K League over the years anyway. Like the big players that can just score massively somehow just come off the bench. Now I know there's like under 23 rules and under 21 rules or whatever, and you need like X amount of K League players, or that used to be a thing.
Yeah, it's gone.
Oh, okay. That's gone now. Okay. Well, that's a positive.
Yeah. I have this guy, 74, 67, 49, 63.
He's nice.
This was 63 in that 2-0 loss.
As a defender.
Okay. But
that works.
Well, it works if there were 5 of them.
Fine.
Like this is the lineup I had him in today. They lost 2-0. So I had the goalie. He plays on the same team as Kim Run-seong.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So like the idea that they were going to get a clean sheet against Ulsan, unlikely.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Mikey says B Pro 70s are up to 80s. I think that's about right. Maybe even more.
I think it's 60 and 80.
Yeah. I reckon it's about 25% difference or roughly. Because if you're not given a dual 1 for every tackle, like that is, I know that's just one thing, but that's 25% of the point. It's like 4, depends if you're a defender or not, but that's 4.5 points compared to 3.
Yeah. I would also guess, and I hope somebody can correct me. They definitely don't have the same big chance definitions.
Ooh, okay.
Which helps because there are a lot fewer big chances missed.
Huh.
But there are also no big chances created.
Wow. Okay.
As far like I've never I hate to say they don't exist because I've never seen one, but I've never seen I don't know.
Seriously, they don't exist in B Pro?
I don't know. I don't know if they do.
But attempted assists do, yeah? Surely.
Let's see. Like this is what's so frustrating. So this guy Kim Bong-soo is like quite good. Like these are all non-decisive scores. They win 3-1 today and he scores 39. Anyway, let's see.
He had his Carlos Heel game of the season, basically.
Yeah, like I don't. Can we search? Is that in the scout section? Can I add big chances created for the K League in the advanced view?
I don't know. I know you can do set pieces. I really don't know. But then, how did Cecilia score that well then?
Because he just scored every game.
Right, but like I feel like he did have good AA though. Now, Cecilia didn't always have B Pro, did he? As his, stat provider.
Yeah. Daniel said the duels is the main issue. If Hallen gets a foul, he gets a dual 1. If Cecilia got fouled last year, he got nothing. So the reason why that's important is because
Mm.
it effectively makes duels like net duels worthless for double doubles. So then you don't
Yeah,
even get
yeah.
those.
So you're just banking on tackles and interceptions, which are really hard to get anyway.
Right.
Not really hard, but they're harder than getting duels won or lost.
Yeah. So like here, 27 AA, because he had three. So they have attempted assists,
Uh-huh.
passes, final third passes, penalty area entries,
Fouled, yeah.
fouls. He won a penalty here, which was apparently missed.
But are we saying that that's because didn't someone just say that it doesn't work, the fouls? Yeah.
No, the
Uh,
fouls work, but they don't count as duels.
oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, yeah.
So like right here, this is actually a bad example. Did he have the double double? So he had net two. I should find like a defender, basically.
It would say if he had a double double, it just wouldn't tell you if he had the tackles.
Right. Well, I'm saying I
In
should
general.
find somebody who should have the double double.
Yeah.
Ede said, B Pro don't even use the same attempted assists either. I was watching the
Wow.
Ulsan game last week, and Lee Dong-kyung should have gotten 2 or 3, and he got none.
Yeah, I can see what I'm just guessing, right? Say if I've just passed it to you and you've shot from outside the box and it's been blocked like instantly, like the ball hasn't hardly traveled anywhere, but it was going, on target effectively if the player wasn't there. Like that is an attempted assist under Opta. I wonder
Yeah.
if like that's just not in B Pro.
Yeah. Here is a big chance created from Cecilia.
Okay, so and that was last season.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah.
they're
So
just rare.
Dobsy. Oh, actually, yeah. I'll go back to that. So in this game, he won. He was fouled 5 times and won
Wow.
4 duels.
So those duels are nothing to do with the foul. So he would have won 9 duels, is what we're saying, right?
Right.
Yeah, yeah. So it's an extra 5. Yeah.
Like that's an extra 5 points.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's huge. Like
But
that on 5 players is 25 points before XP, right?
yeah. Now,
30
granted, that's
points.
like a lot of point. Like that, nobody gets fouled quite that often.
No.
But so the issue is, this is a great line. People have paid Opta prices for B Pro output.
That is amazing.
So ultimately, the issue is something like that. Sorare can fix, like on their own, and they just won't do it. Like here,
Yeah, it's just putting it through an Opta lens, basically, right? That's all you're having to do.
Right. So this guy got a double. Actually, I want it. So 3 tackles, 1, and 3 interceptions. But that's actually not what I wanted to look at. It's like somebody. Let's see. He didn't draw any fouls. I don't know. To be fair, is B Pro right and Opta wrong? Should every foul be a duel 1? I have someone down from behind. I haven't dueled. If I hack someone down from behind, I haven't dueled them. I've cynically fouled them. I don't care what it is, but we're using the same streak levels for a league that doesn't score the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I don't think you have to go any further than that. Like that is the explanation. That is the reason why they just should. The streak scores target should definitely be lower. I'm sorry, but
I think the apparently Sorare had conversations with them, and we're like, hey, this is what we need, and they're like, sure, and nothing changes. And not to say that B Pro needs to change because Sorare is like, hey, that one of their clients is like, hey, you need to score differently.
Right.
But Sorare can do something about this, and they just don't.
So this sounds like to me there's a business opportunity here, Laird. With all our minions in the chat, why don't we start our own B Pro? Stream the K-League games, call it something else, and hire Sorare as our first contract.
Do you want to watch that much K-League?
I mean, I'd be willing to if there was a little bit of money in it, and we were all getting paid.
Okay.
What do we think?
Doesn't help. Oh wait, hold on. This comment's so big it doesn't even fit. Hold on. Doesn't help also that B Pro isn't amazing. Last week they had the Gimcheon goalkeeper and defenders with 2 goals conceded when the game ended 1-1, and it took 2 days to fix, which affected people claiming their streaks.
Like that is such an off-putting thing. Like, if that doesn't, give Sorare a kick up the arse to say like something, I know Sorare don't control it, but something has to change or give. Like, I don't know what does, because that is just a terrible experience. I know Yippee Kaye obviously in your chat always seems to, which understandably, isn't happy with like the live score, and never mind the fact that there's like no changes for 2 days on games that were 1-1 and there was 2 goals. Like, what is going on there? Like, that can't be real. Who is doing these things? Is it AI? Like, do they actually have people watching these games?
Along the lines of so rare people go beyond, somebody, I can't remember if it was Yorkie. Yorkie's the one who was going nuts about it, I think. Mm-hmm. But apparently there is a lot of AI, and I think maybe Mike was the one who was like, the reason they switched is because the K-League got a different TV provider and Opta couldn't score based on the cameras they had. And B Pro was like, we can. And so they went there. And
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, in all my time on Sorare, I can honestly say, I know I've watched Cecilia play for like a couple of minutes once, but I don't know if I've ever watched like a game, like a full game, maybe even half a game of K-League.
So, Harry, I watched some football today.
Oh my God. I didn't know this.
I watched a little bit of the K-League today.
Oh.
They had some later games, and so I put it on. I turn it on. I see 22 players on the pitch. Not a single person in the stands, but there's chanting from somewhere. So I'm like, oh, someone's got to be there. And
that's funny.
I couldn't really pay attention enough. I was doing it was right when getting my kids like ready for school, so I couldn't sit down and watch. And then I was watching Jeju Ulsan because I needed the Jeju clean sheet, and I was like, there is nothing worse than live sweating a clean sheet. So I turned it off. They lost 2-0. But it seemed like it was enough to say, hey, that's a tackle. Make it a dual 1 also. But no. No.
Oh, B Pro. Do we know where B Pro are based? Like,
I think they're in South Korea.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, it's tricky. It's really tricky. Yeah, I don't know. How many times does that situation have to happen where, the scores take 2 days to change, like stupid, easy fixes to where Sorare turn around and just go, you know what, we need to take matters into our own hands somewhere, changes, something has to give.
Ede said, I watch 2 to 3 K-League games a weekend. I love it, but don't love the lack of live scoring at times. So yeah, that's the other thing is that B Pro scoring isn't live. So you have no idea where you are on the leaderboard. Some games are fine. Others don't even have live scores when a game is finished. Jesus. Dobbs, this is exactly it. Dad, what's for breakfast? Wait there. I'm watching Korean football. So when the duos came out, now I've spent way too much money on these cards to get nothing out of them. But the duo came out and I was like, I literally cannot in good conscience try to tell somebody to play K-League.
Is it for this weekend or is it 2 weekends?
It's 3 of them. They gave us 3 tries.
Wow. That's incredible. How are the matchups looking, Laird? Come on. That's what we need to know.
Well, the worst part is they played last weekend, they played midweek, and then they played this weekend before the international break.
Right, and then they break for the international break or no?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've got 1 week and then 2 weeks after the international break?
Right. Hold on. South Korean football. I don't even know where they're going. So they play a friendly against the Ivory Coast. Google won't even tell me where this game is. And then they play Austria. So that's the other thing. If you have guys who play for the international team, God knows what'll like where they're going to then come back after the international break for the streaks.
And what do you need for the streaks? 380?
For streak 1, yeah.
Yeah.
I think like the closest I've gotten is like 25 or 30 points short.
Off. Invite a friend, team up, yeah, score 380. Your friend wins 50, you win 10.
Here you go.
And how much a League Limited?
South Korea versus Ivory Coast is in England.
Oh, wow. Fun.
You've spent a half hour telling Harry why he shouldn't play. Yeah, I was never going to convince him to play.
Could I get a K-League Limited team for £10, do you think?
I don't know what the limited prices look like.
So whoever Gerso is,
yeah, he's all right.
Fernandez, he just went for £3.45 on auction. If that gives you any context.
Let me look at what the instant buys are going for. Let's see.
This guy looks good for John Buck. Kim Jin-gui. Scored 60 midweek. He's £10, so he's out of the budget.
James said 4 players this game week scored over 80.
That's amazing.
As a reminder, every team played.
But there's only like 12 teams, right?
There's 12 teams,
14? Yeah. Yippee said, I think you can have rare for that.
Disagree. Because I paid that stuff. I'm paying it.
Compared, you can get solid starters for $3 to $4 each. The issue is, I don't think there is any solid players in general, right? Like that's what we're getting at, kind
of. The funny thing is that, so this guy's 25 in limited. Jeez. I think the problem is, like, I thought DNPs were going to be the problem. And while I did have a couple guys who didn't start today, and I think midweek, like I got it, but it's actually the bigger problem is the scores of the guys who do play.
Right. I'm looking at these Ulsan guys, and albeit they're expensive, but they seem to be scoring quite well, Laird. Kim Dong and Carrillo.
So Yago's not bad. So they missed a game week also. And so this game week, oh no, that is a weekend. Why did I think they had they had like midweeks before. That's what it was.
Ulsan at home to Gimcheon this upcoming weekend. That feels like a smash.
Agreed. Gimcheon is the military team.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you basically need to buy Ulsan players, it seems like.
I have the goalie, and maybe that's it. Maybe that's the problem. I just need to spend more money.
Yeah, I feel like so. Yeah, they had an 85 keeper. You got it. Then they had an 82 defender. The 2 strikers scored 70 and 69, and there was a 71 defender as well. Bojanic scored 56. So yeah,
Bojanic is the set piece taker.
Okay, of course he doesn't get a DA. I mean, it seems like there's a team there, but judging off the prices, I'm looking at probably like £150. It seems for a limited team. Like, what did your keeper cost you?
I spent for the rare.
Yeah,
I spent $50.
Oh wow, that feels cheap, no?
It was cheap. Yeah. I spend more for other guys.
Yeah, he seems like. I mean, I know who it is in that sense, but okay, yeah, he's £65 right now on instant buy. Wow, yeah, his price has come down though. Like he started at like £100, now he's down to the 50 limited.
Like I'm almost embarrassed to show these on the screen.
To be fair, I could get his classic, couldn't I? £3 for the classic.
You could. Let's see if this works.
Ian says I could get Ulsan for the bargain price of $200.
Yeah, I spent 35 for the Songbum Kyung, who's the Jamba keeper, the classic.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
here's Jo Hyun Woof. Yeah, $50.
Well, yeah, that's good.
Can I sort this by how much money I wasted on it? Highest price.
Highest
Here we
price.
go. So 92.16 is the most I spent, and I think I had market credits on that one, so it wasn't quite that much.
Mm-hmm.
So Yippee Kaye said, "What about Super Rare?" So Yippee Kaye, that was my original plan to play Super Rare, and Harry, if you remember, the leaderboard for limited and rare is only essence, no cash. Super Rare is cash. And so I was going to play, and then I think the top prize is $1,000, and I was like, I just don't think I'm going to be able to win enough to get it back.
Yeah.
And it turns out that I probably had a better shot winning there than I do streaks.
Do we know like how the scores have been looking up there?
I haven't looked, but
Like,
I guess
is any of your minions in Discord playing?
yeah, Sorare Soul is playing. Let me see if I
Nice.
can pull it up. Did you call them my minions?
Your K-League minions.
Let's see. K-League Super Rare. Like at one point, I had multiple offers out for uniques, for K-League uniques. Let's see, Super Rare.
Don says, is it correct that your most expensive players haven't played?
Yes.
Wow.
So I've had some really, really bad injury luck.
Oh, they've already got injured?
Yeah. So thank you, Don, for bringing that up as well. Here, let me see if I can pull that up. Oh, there we go. Let's see here. One of the guys I had he's like the top defender for John Bach, or was. And I got two of them because I bought one and I was like, oh, one, and then one of the auctions was low and I was like, oh, maybe I'll try to, and I got another one cheaper, but so it's this guy, Park Ji-soo, who I have two of.
Yeah.
So started off with a 41, but I think he only played, did he play the whole game? Oh, he played 90 minutes. All right. They lost, what is this? 3-2. Huge upset to start the season. So I have two of his. Park Chan-young, if you look at his scores, this is the guy.
Wow.
So
that's what we need.
I have his in-season and a classic. He got a red card in the first game of the season and then missed 2 games, but also they missed a game. So he got suspended and he got the red card in game week 57. Their game week in 59 got postponed. And then he was suspended for 61 and 62, which is this current game week. So he's back this weekend.
So your two most expensive guys you haven't really even played, basically.
Hold on. Because remember, I have two of these guys, Park Ji-soo.
Yeah.
The other one is Lee Chang-min, who takes set pieces for Jeju, also injured.
Jesus.
I found an article in English about his injury, Harry.
How bad?
The only thing they said was that he has an ankle injury and he will not return until he's fully fit. And I was like, well, that doesn't help.
Thanks for those words, because they don't help. Okay.
Yeah. And Mike said they basically all got injured once I bought them, which is not true. I had them all before the season.
Fair.
And I think the other guys, everyone else has kind of played, I think.
How much money will Sorare have made on K-League cards by the end of the season, by the way?
So I don't want this show to be don't play the K-League. But I don't know why anybody would put money into this league right now.
There is a lot of negatives, I must admit.
I would assume that the money that they make that they will make 90% of their money from when they launch to this weekend, and that's it.
The issue, like if it was the only league on Sorare, then it's hard. It's hard to not play, if that makes sense. But the fact that there is just alternatives that are better, like better is probably not even the right word to justify it, but like, man, like the double, the what's it called, the duos. I think they could make it like $200, and I still wouldn't probably make a lineup, like from 50.
Harry, I think they could make it $2,000 and pay nothing.
Well, I mean, I think an Ulsan stack this weekend, right, against the armies, surely that hits.
So the irony is, let's say you go all in on Ulsan for this weekend.
Yeah.
They play Jombok, who's like the title favorite, right after the break.
Fine. And
so you hit the
both have to hit as well, don't we, at the same time?
Also true.
Yeah. So unless both of us have the same stack, then yeah.
But I was thinking, like, even if you bought it and then like wanted to play streaks, literally next weekend is if you don't get it this week, you're probably not getting it the following game week, and you lose your streak.
1 week. Like if we hit it this weekend, right, we're fine in that sense. Like, obviously, streak wise, you want to carry on, after the break. But yeah, if we hit this weekend, I get my 50, you get your 10. That
The $10 is not worth the grief of hearing other people being like, why did you have me buy these cards?
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
This is a great line.
Actually decent.
Great line from Surface here. What compelled you to play the K-League in the first place? You can't and don't watch, and little player info, and this is known. Like, what did you think you had an advantage for why did you think you had an advantage for some reason? I didn't think I had any advantage. And this was purely for streaks. So there's no, I feel like with streaks, there's no need for an edge. Like, we all are trying to win together.
Yeah.
And the reason I looked at the K-League Surface, and I think, like, hindsight, I should have, I don't even know what hindsight were. But JPS is right. So I was comparing them to MLS. Now, I wasn't going to play the J League because the season's so, like, this 100-year vision tournament or whatever. And really what I was looking at was the streak payouts are the same as MLS, and the cards are 25% of the price. So why not just go for it? And so I did. And then immediately was presented with why I shouldn't go for it. Now, I will fall back on the crutch of these guys have been injured, and when they're back, it'll be better. And the lack of info actually doesn't, like, I actually don't think that there's, how do I put this? There may be less public info, but there aren't any more DNPs than the Prem. And so, like, it doesn't, if you have a player who's a DNP, doesn't matter if you know why or not. Like, it matters if you're like, he's out for 6 months versus like he's just out this week, or somebody's just rested, but like, it doesn't even matter. Did you look at K-League scores from last season to somewhat determine if the streaks were doable? Absolutely not. Should I have? Maybe. But Cecina was there. I think you're muted.
Sorry. Yeah, Cecina was there. Yeah, looking back would have maybe swayed or somewhat if you like had the data, but that's not fun, mate. We're here to have fun, and you're not having any of it.
I'm not having any.
No. But then at the same time, would have you been any happier or having any more fun spending 4x on the MLS versions of the cards that you've got, and potentially not hitting streaks there? Like, as maybe you hit 1 or 2, 3 or whatever, but No guarantee.
So there was 0% chance that I was going to spend 4x for similar MLS lineups,
Mm-hmm.
meaning like the number of lineups. So basically, I'm running, because of the injuries, I can only run effectively 4 lineups. I think
Yeah.
if everybody's back, I can run 5 or 6.
Okay.
And it's not like, I know that sounds like I need 10, like that I have 10 injuries, but it's more like I don't have another defender. And so like that's why I can't get another lineup out. So I throw those cards somewhere. Um, I think the alternative, so the two alternatives were Super K League Super Rare. And I think I didn't look at what the prices were for those cards. I'm not going to look right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I think mentally I would have been, this sounds weird. Mentally, I think I would have been okay losing as much as I have, because super rare is hard and you win once and all that. So that was the thing about K League Super Rare, is the top prize is $1,000, and I think basically where the prices were, you'd have to win more than once.
Yeah.
And like, that's not, win once is a strategy. Win once win more than once is not. And so the other alternative was MLS Limited, and even those prices were absurd.
They were, yeah. I mean, they still kind of are, but yeah.
Yeah.
In comparison to the rares, sorry, yeah, the MLS limiteds didn't look attractive at all for like a couple weeks, if not maybe the first month.
Yeah. And so I don't think I would have enjoyed that either.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I've had so much fun with this like MLS Arena thing that I genuinely think if I hadn't spent all the money on K League, I would be buying like a ton of MLS Classic cards.
Yeah.
Just for Arena, because I find it so fun.
No, I mean, yeah, I think the biggest thing, without speaking for you, but like that you find fun is like finding the L50, like the low L10s. That part is fun. Like I obviously when you're streaking, playing MLS in season, like you're not really looking for that too much. Like you're just looking for like the highest scores, and obviously you're looking for high scorers, but you need that within you're confined to the 260 cap, whereas it's optional in season, whether that's limited rare, super rare, or whatever, MLS. So yeah, no, I do get that part is, yeah, that part is fun. Like it gives you specialists, underdoggy vibes, which
It's
is kind of lacking in the game, I think.
it's one of the things that I always loved about it. And we know like our good friend Gator guy was like a huge underdog specialist guy.
Yeah.
And the 260 cap thing with regular competitions, it's like just like you said, it's optional.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas in Arena, we have to do it. And so I feel like I can make better lineups over, I'm not going to win every time, but I think over time I can win more than I don't. And it's a game mode I really like. And there are times where I was like, man, maybe I should buy like a classic Dryer, classic Sverikov, which are like hard to put in Arena, but I think I can figure out other guys to put them in. And I'm just like, I'm not going to spend $40 on a classic limited card, but I probably would have done it had I not lit all of this money on fire with the K League.
100%.
And
Like you said, did you ever? Well, have we looked into what MLS side you could have got for the amount you spent on K League? I know the answer is no, but is it worth exploring? Not that it matters, but
so that's the reason I don't do it, is because it doesn't matter.
fine. But it would just,
There's zero peace of mind.
hmm. Have you spent more than $1,000 on these K League cards?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I refuse to update So Rare Yield with the
Yeah.
additional cards I've bought, because I just don't want to know the number anymore.
You don't want to look. Okay. I mean, yeah, you bought 2 cards for $92 each, so there's $200 there.
Right.
It adds up quite comfortably, quite easily.
But again, so I don't think I'm hitting the MLS streaks without spending more than $92 on a card, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but you'd be surprised now, though. Honestly, you'd be surprised, especially goalies. You can get goalies for less than that now. Way
Yeah,
less.
but like,
I could find you a team. I promise you I could.
Oh,
I'm not just saying it.
I don't doubt it. This is
There is still a
this is the
little
part
bit
of the
of value.
video where
Right.
people are like, "This is where Harry just convinces Laird to play MLS instead of the other way around." It's not going to happen. Yeah, it's not that I couldn't, but I still go back to the whole like, what is an in-season dryer cost?
Yeah, like $600 probably.
Right, and that's like half of what I think I spent probably double that on K League.
But that's the thing. You don't. I've proved it. You don't need dryer for the first 4 streaks. I'm living proof.
Yeah, that's
Not even
fair.
Classic. Like not to say like I haven't had Messi. I've had Messi. I have most of the the good classics in MLS. But so do you really. Like it's not as if you don't have Gil, Messi. Maybe Gil shouldn't be spoken about there, but you have Messi. Like it's not as if you're like completely without. Like I think you could honestly make a team around Messi and Rare for like a couple $100, if that, right now.
Yeah, so that's like I'm spending a couple $100 to make one lineup.
Yeah, but I'd rather one good lineup than 6 that aren't doing anything
You're not wrong.
for 1/4 of the price of those 6.
Half,
Kinda.
half.
No, I could get you a lineup for $300, and that's
Oh,
one. Like add your Messi into that, add your Gills or whatever. I honestly think I could easily, honestly, really easily. But there's only one more week of 3Xs, so.
right.
But maybe after this week, maybe prices even tumble down further. Who knows?
Yeah, I think the biggest issue is that I think the only way to correct it is to spend more, and I'm like, I just don't want to do it.
But what could you really improve on? Like get like loads of Ulsan play, like genuinely, like
Yeah,
how does it
get
get
like
better?
basically 2 Ulsan players, 3
Right.
who are
Okay.
expensive.
Yeah. Which just puts you in more of a hole.
Right, right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if like what they cost on the secondary market.
Quality over quantity. No, I agree with that.
So that Bojanic is 53, Yago's 49, so we'll call that 100.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other guy is they I don't even think they're any on the price, any on the market. Hold on.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they're not. Nobody's even selling. The one guy who actually scores well.
I don't know. I just don't think Sorare are doing enough to make it attractive. Genuinely.
Yeah, Lee Dong Young, who's the guy I would want. Like, like even his scores aren't that great. Like 67, 66.
They're K-League great.
Right. K-League great. But so there are none on the secondary market, and the instant buy is 166.
Yeah. Silverback said I'm the same. Paid 4 figs for absolutely not even a fighting chance to get to 4th or 5th streak in K-League. Lesson learned, but leaves a bad taste in your mouth for next European season. I mean, I guess, but I don't know. No one forced you to do it, obviously. I don't know if that's the justification for it, but I'm sure you've been playing. Silverback actually sold me a Takeoka yesterday, I believe. So yeah, shout out to him. But nice little craft he got. But yeah, no, like what actually convinced, not you, like yeah, Silverback. I'd be interested to know, like, what honestly made you want to go into K-League? Like, you just like the league, give me any reason. I just interested to know what really made you want to do it. Was it Laird? I don't know. Not so much Laird saying.
Oh God, please! I hope not.
Play it. No, but like, there's obviously people in your K-League Discord that have like definitely like Yorkie's probably the best example. I don't know if there's any other ones, but Yorkie definitely didn't play K-League before, and I know Yorkie just loves playing Sorare, so he just wanted to dive into a new league. It was brand new shiny toy. We're all guilty of it. Like I'm not saying I've never bought J League cards or whatever. I've clearly done all that. But yeah. I just don't know if Mikey's saying FOMO. I get it, but I just don't know if there's. I don't know. I don't know if that's enough of a reason for me to believe it. Like, what's the FOMO?
I'm going to put this comment back up. You may be hard pressed to do a stupider thing going forwards. And that kind of makes me feel better about everything I do from now on. Where if somebody says whatever I'm doing is stupid, and I'm like, is it as dumb as K League Rare in season? And they'd be like, nope, you're right.
Yeah, that's the benchmark now. Like, is it K League stupid?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
gonna be the saying, I
I
think.
might have to leave this comment up on the screen for the rest of time.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see if he replies. I think in J League streaks are possible. K League feels like it's impossible. No, I mean, yeah, that is the whole issue in itself, and I'm all for Sorare change, like trying to change things, make it a little bit easier. Like, yeah, okay, they have to pay out more if people hit those things, but ultimately they need people to play to even have a chance. And if I know clearly people have played, but more people would play maybe if the streaks looked easier, because right now clearly they're just super 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 hard.
How high do you think I get for the rest of the season?
I mean, if you buy a couple of these old Sam boys and dig a little deeper, I think you could scrape a little third,
Third
a little
pays
third.
$100.
Yeah, which is obviously pennies compared to what you spend, but like a third streak in K League is like the equivalent to like a fifth streak elsewhere. I feel like maybe, or would you say like a second streak is?
Second streak is $20.
I really think the second streak should be a little bit more in just general. Like they kind of suck, and it's not easy to go one two. Like it is if you've got the best cards, but like if you don't have the best cards, hitting streak one, streak two consecutively, like it's not easy to do. I mean, I know it shouldn't be easy, but I don't know. I just think the reward is kind of underwhelming. I don't know. not even, not even the need for a summer league. Yeah, that's a good point, JP. That's what I mean. Like going back to like the FOMO thing. Like there's so many alternatives to anyone that did dive into K League. I'm not saying you can get like for like. Obviously, we know MLS is more expensive. But you've obviously got the J League. I'm just talking about the summer leagues. Outside of that, obviously, you don't really have much with no Norway being added yet, or whenever they do. I don't know. Even if they do, like there was just other alternatives. Now, if there was no MLS, if J League, then fine. K League's the only summer league. Like I get how like FOMO maybe would kick in there, but then like you just say, JPS, we've got the World Cup, so I know that's not now, but it's coming, and I really don't know. And we're still in Europe. It's not if Europe's finished. We got 2 or 3 months of that. I don't know. I just don't get the FOMO element of it. I really don't.
Have you had a conversation with anyone else that's just like, I don't know what on earth Laird is thinking?
No, not really. I mean, I
Like,
don't really have those.
I don't think enough people thought how dumb it was. And so this is the part of my recovery where I start blaming other people. And I'm like, why didn't you guys stop me?
Yeah, someone should have stopped you. Maybe that person should have been me. I don't know. Did K League cards come out after MLS? I assume so. Yeah.
They did. And that actually contributed to it because it's like I saw the prices there and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
like I saw the MLS prices for rare and limited. And I was just like, I made the right choice not jumping in.
Mm-hmm. Andrea says a funny thing there. He says Sora sets might actually be a better ROI than K League, which might equally be funny and true.
That's painful.
But Silverback says, I do find the K League fun, by the way. Fair enough. I just think it doesn't fit Sora one size fit all streaks. Completely agree with that. I mean, my fun is not anyone else's fun, and it's obviously not Silverbacks, but like the fact that it's B Pro, the fact that like there's no live scoring for half a game, I don't know where the fun is. Even don't even take the scores into account, like the end score, even the process of getting to the score, i.e., watching the games live and all the like that. I know Laird doesn't watch too much football. I don't watch a ton, but I do. I watch tons of MLS in the evenings when that's on over the weekends, and that's part of it for me. Like I do love doing that and doing that. In the morning for us for the K League. I know we're not on the same side of the world and stuff, but I just don't see the fun in that. Like Laird's making breakfast for his kids. I think that's more fun than watching the K League. Way more fun. I'd much rather make baby Trey breakfast than watch the K League. I would.
But that's the nice thing. You can do both. You can make pancakes and watch.
Yeah, I think that's more miserable than just making the pancakes. Maybe. What we got here next year, K League will be the only summer league. Yeah, good point, Don.
What was that?
Like, because J League's move into as is MLS, I guess, for 27. Hatlegend said, just got an ad on your stream. Laird's rinsing us.
That's weird.
To be fair, I kind of tested that because I'm obviously watching it. I've had a few ads.
I turned it off. That's weird.
I've had multiple, to be fair.
Huh.
Yeah, I swear.
Well, I better get some money from YouTube then.
No, I want my $23.
$23? It's like 10 years worth of ads.
Just gonna. I think in sets, putting in $100 at the start is not that hard to return those. Maybe win another $100 or even the 1K. Yeah, I've seen some people hit the 100. It seems possible.
Not that hard.
I mean, is it harder than hitting the third streak in K League? I'd argue no.
No, way harder. K League's way harder. Sorry.
Yeah, way harder. Yeah. He said when I opened, I've had a midstream.
Huh. I thought. Let me see.
Obviously, has got to get their money back for K League one way or the other. That's fair.
Why not try Chinese Super League, Super Rares, and All Star? Are we just like trying to come up with dumber ways for me to like
light money on fire?
K League is fun because you don't score the tops always with the same 5 players. You need to get depth on your cards and select wisely to reach it. So, Harry, I do think from a scouting perspective, that makes sense. The problem is that you're just winning a bunch of K League essence.
Mm-hmm. You don't score top always with the same. Yeah, but I think from a streak perspective, Manito, like that makes it like streaks are fun, but they're also like kind of dull and boring in the sense like you need to be able to play players you trust for the most part. Excuse me, and I get what you're saying there. Like for leaderboards, that makes sense, Manito, what you're saying there. Like the same 5 players don't always smash. I think that's great for leaderboards, right? Because it gives anyone a chance there any week, and it's like an isolated week. Whereas the streaks are obviously week by week by week, and you kind of need players you can rely on. And if we're saying that the same 5 don't smash every week or most weeks, it just makes things really tough from a streak perspective, I think. And I don't think you need that uncertainty in streaks. In leaderboard, fine. Go all out and go try and make the most random 5 that you think could smash that week. But doing that in streaks, especially for big streaks, I just don't think you can't do that personally.
Soccer Silverback said, it's the random players, random times. Going to sleep and waking up to see your guy at 90% is out because he has a sore finger. Players scoring in 90 plus 14 minutes. I like the randomness. 90% and he's out for a sore finger is not a K-League thing.
It's an everything thing.
Well, no, it's not even a K-League thing because 90% guy is out. We don't know why. We never find out why.
Fine. I do like waking up to scores. Like
I do like that part.
Not getting a clean sheet this morning, which was fun. Barcelona 2-1. Wow. Playing the shirts.
Why are we talking about the Chinese Super League?
I don't know. Everyone seems to be obsessed with the Chinese Super League. And I don't know why. Is the problem that the K-League leaderboard is useless? Yeah, that is a problem, JPS. Yeah, Laird touched on it already. I think that is part of it, isn't it?
So
Because
the funny thing about it is an essence only leaderboard is effectively just a card leaderboard. It's a classic competition. You win cards. If you win 30,000 essence, like you'll probably get a star somewhere. So I actually don't mind it in that respect, but it does remind me of the thing that like Nellis used to say all the time. It's like at some point you're like buying cards to win cards to buy cards to win cards.
Yeah.
And that's all it is. But like, who's going to be buying these cards?
I mean, it's a great point. I really don't know.
Yippee says I win arena entries. Like that's what I think I'm going to. I was going to play the streaks until the 3X was over. And then I was like, maybe I'll just go all leaderboard and win a bunch of essence. Yeah. And then play a ton of arenas. But the problem with that is, and this is actually what my video was going to be about. Maybe I'll make it anyway, but it's like, you can play classic all you want, but at some point you need something that turns into cash.
Yeah.
In order to keep doing that. And playing leaderboard K-League to win essence, to play arenas, to win essence, to craft, to sell.
It's insane. The loop is crazy.
It's just too long.
Like it's the definition of like essence laundering to like the highest degree.
Yeah. If you put cash on the leaderboards, there would be an influx of players that jump over.
It helps, but I don't think we'd see like a big enough jump to justify the cash, if that makes any sense.
Agreed.
You know, I just don't. I really don't. Because those players would be playing Super Rare now, if we're being honest.
My favorite is the Grand Prix numbers are so absurdly high. They're like 2 people have hit it all season.
Like even in the MLS week this week, obviously, where I hit it, 8 of us hit it in the end. And that's with like no Messi, no Son, no Buanga, no Dreyer, no Tverskov. No one scored well this weekend from like the like usual elite players. Gil buckled, like everyone buckled this weekend.
If there was cash in the leaderboards, I'd play 100%.
I don't disbelieve it, but I just don't think there's enough that would to justify it.
I agree. And mostly if they thought about it, there's no way they would put enough cash for us to be like, I'm going to go play that.
Right. 100%. Ooh, Eric Garcia off injured led after 22 minutes.
That's no good.
That is no good.
The Grand Prix should be like the super rare unique thing last year. The golden goal that I feel like everybody up there hated.
That was terrible.
But it stacks each game week. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, fine. But that was incredibly bad. Like the actual score, it was nuts. Like 520 actually isn't that insane in rare. It's really good, but it's not like, oh my God. Like it was something crazy on there, like 600.
It was something crazy, yeah.
It was nuts. Like you had to have like a 90 average or something crazy. Like,
what do you think is worse, J League that only have utility until May, or K League?
I'm still maybe saying K League. People are saying the J League scores are a little bit better, which I don't disbelieve. I'm sure they are. I mean, I have classics. I know they're okay-ish, but I'd fancy myself to hit a better streak in 15 games maybe than the 30 or whatever you play in K League over the course of the season, right? Or was it double the games and a bit more?
I'm just really hoping that I can take clips from this stream and play them later in the season when I have a thumbnail of me with bags of cash that says like my greatest triumph ever.
Bags of essence, more like. I think that's the extent to it. Like, are you
I
when
yeah,
you do have your 6 teams, are you going to play your best 4 in streaks every week, or leaderboard, or what?
I'd like to get to the first streak at some point.
I mean, yeah, I get that.
Yeah. Um, Jeez, I tried to tell you. You tried to get me into J League though. I'm not sure that's any better.
Pick your poison, isn't it?
Right, right. Yeah, my greatest accomplishment ever. I finally hit the third streak.
I'll be honest, third streaks are tough, man. Like, they don't come about too often. Even with, like, I've got a good challenger guy. Like, it's not a gimme, third streaks.
That's one thumbnail we'll never see. uh,
That's class.
the young Korean boys have turned into K-pop stars. They've got no one who wants to be a footballer anymore. Game's gone.
I mean, the game is gone. Obviously, in the Western world, we have boys wanting to grow up to be me and Laird, YouTubers. They want to be me and Laird growing up now. Joking. Instead of wanting to be athletes and stuff. I feel like that's the Korean version, right? Like, everyone wants to be a K-pop singer. Kinda.
Don said, if I win my money back, I would be the Sorare GOAT. If I win my money back, then Yorkie wins his money back. So I'm sure you saw it since you're in the K-League channel of the Discord. But
it's my favorite channel.
I was all negative yesterday, and he was like, I think I'm going to make my money back this season. And Laird, we have a lot of the same players, so you'll be fine too. And then this morning he was like, what the fuck is this shit? This league fucking sucks, man. Like,
oh, honestly.
Sorry for swearing, everyone.
That's amazing. Yeah. I don't like, as much as Yorkie is a good player, like, exclusively in the Prem is what I've seen his talents, sort of shone. I'm not doubting his Sorare ability. I'm just doubting the fact that K-League can yield those type of scores, as we've said, for anyone, not just him. So, yeah, I'm going to go with no. I don't think both of you get your money back, if I'm being honest.
I'll take the challenge.
Yeah.
Nothing else I can do.
Yeah, I mean, you got nothing to lose at this point other than $1,200. But nah, I'm rooting for you. I just think it's going to be hard to the point where, like, it's just not even fair. Like, I'm looking at this week in MLS going, like, I've bought every good player anyone could ever dream of for this upcoming weekend. And obviously I don't know, but, like, I'm still not like, oh my God, I'm going to hit one of these streaks. Like, how are you supposed to hit 510 points in K-League? Like, come on now. Like, think about that. How crazy
I need 2 weeks. 2 weeks to do it.
I don't even think you do it in 2 weeks. I think you need 3, genuinely. It's crazy. It really is.
JVS said, up until 3 a.m. on wheel spins, then up at 6 a.m. to watch the K-League destroy him. The ultimate Sorare experience.
Up at 3 a.m. on the wheel spins. Oh, my God. Sorare just has us by the balls.
The new title is the K-League a pyramid scheme. I think the actually, yes. I think the easiest path for me to get out of this is to win K-League Essence in order to craft when I still have All-Star Essence and I craft Nessie, sell that and consider that winnings for K-League.
Yeah, I'd let you do that. Like, I'd let that be a reason. I think that's fine.
And I just need to do that like 4 times and then I'm good.
Craft 4 Messies. Your defender that you've doubled up on, Park Ji-soo, is currently on auction, 7 minutes and 40 seconds to go, at £19.66. The last sold, if you want to really know, is £25, which is like $35. How much was the second one you paid for him?
Let me look.
Don't tell me, like, really similar to the first.
It's probably not that far, to be honest.
I'm going to say $70.
Let me see. Hold on. I feel like the Sorare site has been really slow lately.
Yeah. All the jersey mints and stuff have just slowed it
Oh
down.
my God. The first one I spent $92.21 on.
Yeah, second 60.
The
Okay,
second was 63. The second definitely had market credits though.
fine. But we don't know when he's back.
Oh, no clue.
Nice.
Yamal error led to goal.
That's fun.
How does that happen to a forward? Let's be honest.
Yeah, how does that happen? Alanga scored two.
Best ROI will be selling the cards in 6 months. Who's going to buy these cards in 6 months?
Yeah, come on.
To be honest, to be totally honest, I didn't end up pulling up any of the traders, but I did consider like looking at, I don't even know who the good traders are these days, who would have like good cards and just be like, how many in-season MLS cards could I get if I just sent them all of my K-League cards? And I just imagined every single trader would be like, I don't want to do that.
I mean, you couldn't blame them, but yeah.
No, I would not at all. I like big respect. I would be like, you're that's why you're in your position and I'm in mine.
Oh, so brutal.
Okay, he's corrected it. The easiest path to get out of this is to hype the K-League on stream and then sell the players.
That is a way, yeah.
Yeah. Why the K-League is the best league in the world and you should own their cards on Sorare.
Ooh, Chris missed Messi in a craft the other day. Still heartbroken.
That's
time will heal, Chris. Hopefully. Oh, that's funny actually. I have Elanga in the 2-shot or more mission. He's got 2 goals. So
there you go.
That's fun. I just need Pedri to have 2 shots and Cancelo, and then I win 500 essence.
I didn't do any of my missions.
Why?
I just forget.
Fine.
It's just not part of my routine at all.
Well, when you need XP as much as I do, you make it a routine.
I mean, I need it just to get these K-League guys to score 314 points.
Yeah, like what's your collection bonuses on these players?
The top one I have is like 3% because I just like can't stomach putting more money. It's a bit of a catch-22 here.
Yeah, you're like asking for lower points whilst not doing anything to correct it, kind of. But what's like an extra percent on 35?
Right. But like actually.
Yeah, like it actually.
Like, am I buying? Should I spend another $300 so I could be 27 points short of the first streak as opposed to 42?
Literally, that is actually the contemplation.
It's
It's brutal out here. Yeah. What if? Do you think anyone in the Discord will hit the 5th streak? I don't think so. I think one might hit the 4th.
Oh,
no one's hitting the 5th streak. Come on.
No, I don't think. I would. Has anyone hit 510 yet in anything?
I'd like to think not, but maybe.
Yeah, like I wouldn't be shocked if we didn't see a 500-point K-League lineup all season. Let alone having it be somebody who was on who hit the 4th streak before that.
Yeah. And then the 3rd, and then the 2nd, and then it feels an impossible task.
Yeah. And then I was like, should I play K-League single league arenas?
Do you have enough, with your in-season cards? Or?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Okay. The answer is no, I shouldn't do that.
Probably not, no.
But I I did start looking at K-League Classics to do that yesterday, and I was like, what am I doing?
And this is where me and you are different. I buy K-League Classics to go in my vault. You buy K-League Classics for Arena. We are not the same. Let me check how many K-Leagues I have out. That's hilarious. I have 1,653 cards, and not one of the K-League cards are outside of the vault. Like, I have one super rare outside of the vault, as we mentioned, Kim Run Sung. I literally have none. And then in the vault, I have, barely a page of in season.
Wait, where's your Kim Rung Seung?
He's alive. Like, he's outside. Yeah, he's like the only outside of the vault K-League player I own. But what didn't I buy a K-League guy and he smashed 100? I put him in the vault. Yeah, Ha Chang Ray. Sorry.
This season?
60. I bought him 15 days ago for 75 pence.
And he scored 100?
He scored 94 in game week 59. Wow. And then he scored 77 with a goal against Gimcheon in 61. And then he scored 39 today. Yeah, him.
I have that collection, and of course I don't have him. Maybe I'm just really shitty at K-League.
I mean, that could also be part of it.
That's absolutely the case. Could be the case.
Yeah.
Mike said K-League's the only league where win once gets you minus 80% ROI. I want this to work. I just am really struggling to see the path.
Laird, is there a rookie or a young lad, I crafted him 10 months ago, still playing for Jonba, called Seo Jong Hyuk, SEO?
Let me see.
Ooh, is he still there? Yeah, guess he is.
He's not playing though.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't even make the bench.
Rookie. Nice. He's in my super rare vault. It's a beautiful looking card. Rookie blue. It's a really nice card.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that is a nice card.
It's the only one.
Yeah, you have a unique.
What? Nice. That's fun.
Was that a star reward?
Probably. I think Kim Run Sung was. Mind you, he's actually okay, but I don't know. I just don't think there's anything, like, there's some things in life that you just can't look back on. You have to just keep moving forward, you know? Like, you can't keep sort of living with regrets, I guess. Like, you do have to just move forward sometimes, and this feels like one of those times.
Summer leagues aren't good for streaks. J and K League had 0 90+ scores today in a full game week of games. Mad.
It's kind of mad. Like, 90's tough. Like, I'm trying to think how many 90+ there would have been on MLS this past weekend. I know
there were like 2 80s, right? Did we say 2? 1?
Yeah.
It was sad, whatever it was.
Funny, yesterday, later on my crafting video, I spent 11,000 essence and I didn't craft anyone. I mean, like, nothing. I had one tier 2 room, and I was met with the option of getting an MLS card, one from Guinea, and the other one was from, like, Guinea Banao or whatever, like the other Guinea. Yeah, hilarious. So it's unbelievable. But one of them's Gilavogi, right? So Gilavogi's from, like, one of the Guineas.
Okay.
So I go on the market and check that, like, there is another player from the other Guinea called Ronaldo Vieira. He plays for San Jose. So I'm like, okay. I forget which one's which, and I end up crafting the Ronaldo guy when I tried to click Gilavogi. Well, I meant to click Gilavogi.
Oh no!
And that was my best craft of the whole video. 11,000 essence I spent, or maybe more with, like, putbacks. I won a William Yarbrough, which is probably actually the best player I kept.
Wait, so you could have had Gilavogi?
Yeah, it was there for me to hit. I just clicked the wrong card because the badges look exact same. Obviously, if you hover over it, it will say, like, Guinea Banao or whatever. Like, I don't know what it actually says, but, you know, Yeah, I just picked the wrong. I just kind of forgot after clicking off the Sorare side which
Yeah,
one
yeah,
was
yeah.
Gilivogi. It was unbelievable. It was the worst crafting session of it. I didn't have any star. I didn't have a star anywhere. Like I used the crafting, the clue that tells you if there's anything in the standard draw. Sometimes you get lucky. There's a star in there.
Sure.
Didn't get above a 4-star in those. It was really bad. I think crafting is actually dead.
I have 3,200 rare essence, and I'm like, I'm just gonna do arenas.
Yeah, that's arena. Yeah, that's arena for sure. 100%.
I have 10,000 limited essence, and I was like, I don't even like crafting is so depressing that I'm just like, I don't want to do it.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Hmm.
It really is, isn't it?
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I don't think so. No, I'm just all my eyes are on the MLS streaks for me this weekend. I've just got. I've done all my buys. I think I'm all bought out now. I can't really do much more. It's just getting the players in the right lineups. That's all. That's all I can do. There's no excuses. I can get actually a few collection bonus increases, but other than that, there's nothing I can do.
Do you want to know what my prediction is?
Go on.
You hit it twice.
Wow. That would be insane.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, I'd bite your hand off for one, but yeah, if I could continue the little 2 thing, it could be fun. That could be really interesting. Yeah, I mean, I've never seen. I mean, the biggest one I think I've had was like a Super Rare Challenger win, which was like, yeah, $3,000, which is obviously massive, but to even compete for 6,000 plus the extras is just nuts.
Mike's saying I failed today on the video.
What was that? Sorry.
Mike said I failed today on the video, convincing you to play K League.
I mean, I wouldn't say fail because like you were going into it with, low expectations really.
I would say none. No expectations at all.
No, I'd probably agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
JPS says that you're an infinite arena loop, win arena S, and just went to arena. Yeah. So you've got like the infinite card loops, and then you have the infinite arena, the arena essence loops.
And then when I finally craft, I get a tier 5 from Guinea. That's not Gilivogi.
Honestly. And what made it even like more annoying is I have a Gilivogi, but I don't have the Salt Lake version. So I would have actually liked to have the Salt Lake version because I have like a little 3% on them, and it's just shocking from me. As I said earlier, more chance Harry in his greens. Do you know what? That's a tight one. That's a really close one.
What was it?
Like me playing K League or me eating my greens is more likely than me playing the K League.
Oh, I missed the one. I missed that earlier.
Yeah, I missed it as well, actually.
How many greens would you eat if it guaranteed you to the streak this weekend?
I'd eat a plate full of broccoli, some asparagus on the side. I don't think I'd go any further if I could help it. I don't really want to add peas in. I'm not doing like sprouts or anything. You can just. I'd rather miss the streak.
I love this. If he wins the 5th streak, he has to play K League, so you won't feel as bad if you don't hit it.
Okay. If I do hit, I'll play. I won't do it this weekend, but I'll play K League duos like after the break. Is that fair?
Don't do it.
Why? 6,000 Ps for the 5th streak. Oof. That's a lot of Ps.
That is a lot of Ps.
That's so much Ps. Did we find out how many of us were on this 5th streak, Laird? Me, Gator, Deco. I wonder if there's any more, because I think there were 17 of us going for it. That's what Deke told me.
Wow.
Oh, actually, Deke might know, because he has that thing, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I might message him. Yeah, I reckon it's 5. Just guessing. But, like, I wonder how many people are on it in Limited, actually. Didn't see a ton of things on Twitter. Because everyone had all, like, Messi. Everyone had all the big boys, basically. That didn't play.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think Sorare licking their lips, probably.
No Masters competition.
No Masters. Oh yeah, no Masters. Wow. Well, that's sad. That would have been a nice little cherry on top. But then we're getting additive, so it's like,
Yeah.
I don't mind that being the alternative, if I'm being honest. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Harry, thanks for coming back and having me try to convince you to play K-League.
I mean, it almost worked.
I mean, you literally just said you would consider it after the break, which is wild.
Yeah. No, I mean, if I hit the streak, I'll play it. Why not? Bit of like anti-fun.
Well, if anybody wants to play, my link's in the bottom. Actually, the worst part about the streak, Harry, is that it's limited, and so I'll have to play all my rares in limited that game week.
Yeah, unless you buy.
Unless I'm not buying K-League limiteds.
I'm going to actually click your link now, so I've already signed up.
Get in.
Yeah, let's do it. Let me paste it over here. Let's see where it tells me. Do you want to connect with Laird? It's going to say. Oh, maybe it didn't. I copied it over and nothing. I got prompted with nothing.
They know.
Yeah, they know. They know they don't want me to play. That's fair.
Anyway, thanks everyone for coming. If you could please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Shout out to Quinny. What's today? Wednesday? Oh, so are Andrews tomorrow. How about that?
Nice.
So
it did work in the end. Sorry, just to.
Did not work?
No, it did. I got
did.
in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to play K-League, am I really going to play limited K-League this weekend to hit 380?
With rares, yeah.
Maybe I'll see how many people sign up. That would be really funny if I hit the 5th streak in limited with my rares, and I could have hit it with my rares.
That would be hilarious.
I appreciate this from Mike. Don't choose Laird. He won't hit 380 if his life depended on it. Thankfully, it doesn't. Anyway, thanks everyone for coming. I'm going to try to play a video for the outro because everybody keeps saying it's cutting out early and not hearing me tell them to go outside. So what you'll probably see is me fumbling a little bit with something as I try to get the video to play. Hopefully it plays, and then I'll stop the video. Let's see if it works. Anyway, thanks everyone for coming. Don't forget to go outside.